Hello guys, Harry here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're well. So guys, let's check out this another gem from Citizen's Promaster range. I've always said on the channel that I love Citizen's Promaster range, and this watch is no exception. You can buy this watch in a variety of colors. I'll share all those color options along with the reference numbers with you in this video. You can see the reference number for this particular watch on the hang tag, including the automatic movement caliber 8204 used by Citizen in this watch. Now, on most occasions, you can ignore the recommended retail price put on their watches by Citizen, because a lot of the times you can get a decent discount on most of these watches, and that is the case here as well. I paid 219 Australian dollars for this watch. I bought this from an authorized dealer during the weekend sale, and then I found another online seller who's selling this watch for $235. But if you sign up to their newsletter, you can get a $20 discount voucher that you can use towards your purchase, which brings the price down to 215 Australian dollars, which brings this watch to about 145 US dollars. And for that price, this watch is a no-brainer. All right, guys, let's kick in. Let's check out this fantastic everyday watch from Citizen, and then I'll wrap up the video. Okay, looking at the dimensions first, we have a case size of 41 millimeters. Lug-to-lug distance is 50.3 millimeters. Case thickness is 13.8 millimeters. So definitely on the chunky side. You can see that big bezel there, and there's a fair bit of bump on the case back as well. You get a standard lug width of 20 millimeters. So definitely on the larger side when we look at the lug-to-lug distance plus the thickness of this watch as well. The case finishing is quite straightforward. It's brushed all around, really fine brushing, and it is done really nicely. Give you that vibe of a tool watch, and that is what this watch is. You get a signed crown at 3 o'clock. This is a screw down crown with a screw down case back. You get 200 meters of water resistance. This is an ISO certified diver. You can see divers 200 meters on the dial as well. So as I said earlier, this watch is an absolute no-brainer, at least for the price that I've paid for this watch, or you can get this watch in Australia for. And what you're getting with this watch is a tool watch that will do anything that you really demand of this watch on a day-to-day basis, including that fantastic water resistance as well. That will come really handy should you decide to go for a dip in the water or any kind of water activities. This watch should be able to handle with those without any problems at all. Now, checking out the dial, you get a really nice textured dial from this watch. I chose to go for this yellow kind of mustard dial because this was the cheapest on the day, and my decision was really influenced by the price that I was paying for this watch. Not that I don't like this color, I really like this color. In reality, in person, it looks really nice, but on that particular day when I bought this watch, I was heavily influenced by the price that I was paying for it. Now, if you don't like this dial color, then there are other color options as well. As I mentioned earlier, you can choose to go for this black dial, there's orange dial option, then you have the green dial and the blue dial as well. If you don't like the rubber strap option, then you can choose to go for the stainless steel bracelet version of this watch. Obviously, you pay a bit more for having the stainless steel bracelet. I don't have the bracelet option here with me today, but I'll show you another bracelet from another Citizen watch, and that is what you can expect to get from this watch. Now, coming back to the dial, you get applied markers all around with a big triangle at 12 o'clock, Citizen embossed underneath 12 o'clock, Promaster logo, automatic divers 200 meters embossed above 6 o'clock there. You've got date and date complication at 3 o'clock. You get this really nice burnt effect from the dial as well as you move further out towards the markers. Then you got a printed minute track on the outer ring. So overall, a really nice, well balanced dial with a variety of color options at your disposal, and really well priced as well, especially when you consider the amount of discount that you can have on this watch, and especially the price that I paid for this watch and the example that I showed you earlier, that you can get this watch for under 145 US dollars. A really nice looking watch, a tool watch that you can do everything on a day-to-day basis. Now, moving on to the strap. So the strap. So this watch comes with this rubber strap, and I have to be quite honest with you, I've never been a big fan of these kind of rubber straps. They can be from Citizen or Seiko, it doesn't matter, for a couple of reasons, mainly because they are not the most comfortable straps out there. They're really stiff. This one has some flex to it, but they take ages to break in. They're not really comfortable, and I've never been able to wear a watch on this strap for an extended period without feeling the need of taking it off. So you get this unsigned buckle on this one, which is brushed again to match with the finishing on the case. But again, coming back to the strap, I just don't like it, to be honest. Thankfully, Citizen has given us a standard 20mm lug width, so this watch will be a strap monster. You can find plenty of straps out there that will fit this watch. If I was to keep this watch, I'll definitely swap this strap out for something else and put it on something that is comfortable and a strap of my liking that I can wear all day long without feeling the need of taking this off. So that's my take on the strap. If you like it, then absolutely go for it, but that's only a personal opinion anyway. Now, I wanted to show you the stainless steel bracelet that you can expect with this watch. So this is something you can expect should you choose to go for the bracelet option. You get solid end links on this one with a diver's extension. You do get half links on both sides, so you should be able to get a decent fit from this bracelet. The clasp is milled on the inside. You get brushed finish on the bracelet to match nicely with the case. So that's the strap, and this is kind of the bracelet that you can expect should you choose to go for the bracelet option on this watch. So we get a 60-click unidirectional black bezel with aluminium insert. The finishing on the bezel is polished, as you can see, which is different to the rest of the case. You get a really nice clicking sound from this bezel, and you get a lot of purchase from this hefty bezel as well. There's no problems with rotating this bezel, and it does line up really nicely as well at 12 o'clock. As you can see, it lines up fairly straight. So take notice, Seiko, you can line up bezels even in this price range, and that is what this bezel does. So it's really a functional bezel, and has a really nice clicking sound to it, and you get a decent purchase from this thick bezel as well. Now, as this is a certified diver, you can expect to get some lume, and you do get plenty of that straight away. As you can see, it is fairly bright, but it is slightly underwhelming as far as the longevity is concerned when I compared this lume to other Promasters that I have reviewed in the past. This one is slightly underwhelming with the longevity side of things, but overall it is still quite decent, and the immediateness is there, and it is fairly bright as it comes on straight away. So that is the lume for you guys. So the glass on this watch is a mineral crystal, no sapphire crystal. Here, if you go by the retail price put on this watch, then a sapphire crystal is definitely warranted, but for the price that I've paid for this watch, I can't really complain too much for having this mineral crystal. Now, looking at the case back and the movement, you get a closed case back, screw down case back. As I mentioned earlier, you can see some information there as well. Japan movement. This one is cased in China, divers 200 meters, and you get Citizen's 8204 automatic movement, which I referenced earlier at the start of the video as well. So you get hacking and hand winding from this movement. 21 joules, approximately 42 hours of power reserve when the watch is fully wound. The stated tolerance is -20 to +40 seconds per day, 21,600 vibrations per hour. You can wind the watch, so you will need to unscrew the crown, and you can wind the watch in its first position. So rotating the crown in a clockwise position will wind the watch. Pull the crown out to its first position, and that's where you'll be able to adjust the day and the date functionality, and pull the crown out to its final position. As you can see, the seconds hand has stopped, which confirms that this movement is hackable, and that's where you will be able to adjust or set the time on this watch. So overall, it's a nice watch, especially for the price that you can expect to pay with all those discounts, and I'll leave the links in the description of this video. Let me just give you a quick wrist shot of this watch, and I'll wrap up the video. So guys, here it is on my 7-inch wrist. When I start to go into that 50mm category with the lug to lug distance, you do see some lug overhang. It's not too bad here, to be honest. You do get some height from this watch because of its thickness and the bump on the case back, but overall it sits really nicely. So here it is on my average wrist. I think anyone with a smaller wrist size will struggle to pull this watch off, especially with that longer lug-to-lug distance. The case overall is it fits fairly compact on the wrist, but for someone with a smaller wrist size might struggle with that lug-to-lug distance. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you with my next video shortly. Until then, stay safe and look after one another. Thank you again.